Welcome to a very, very special edition of Hot Button Hashtags. It's not really that special. On Tuesday, Adam answered several questions from a friend of ours, Judd, who is just the bee's knees. And Judd asked me a series of questions. So Judd, the question you asked that intrigued me the most was, if I was stranded on a desert island, who would I rather have with me? MacGyver or Jim Gaffigan? Now, for those of you who don't know, MacGyver is a fictional television character from a TV show in the 80s called MacGyver, in which he was faced in each episode with an insurmountable task. They would be locked in a freezer, or they would be stuck in an airplane dangling over a cliff, or they would be in an abandoned mine, or, any number of things, and you'd say, oh, there's no way, you're stuck. Sorry, guy, you're stuck. But MacGyver had science. MacGyver is basically like a human Swiss Army knife. He's like the Dumbledore of science. And Jim Gaffigan is a stand-up comedian. So who of those two would you rather have on a desert island? It is a no-brainer. Until you apply the brain. And then it sort of gets a little cloudy. If this were all about survival, there's really only one answer. And that's MacGyver. But it's not about survival. Life is not only about survival. Life is about what we learn in the process of surviving. Life is about the stories that we come away with. Life is about what we can teach others from our struggle. MacGyver, he would be able to tell you which fruit was good to eat, which tree bark burns better. He just instinctively knows how the planet works. But if you were stuck with Jim Gaffigan, you'd be the one doing all the work. So there would be a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You'd be the one in charge of the fire. You'd be the one in charge of the shelter. You'd be the one gathering food. You'd be the one prepared. This is not a man who knows how to take care of himself. But let's look past the island. Let's look to the point when you've been rescued. You're doing the interviews. You're on Good Morning America. You go with MacGyver, and he just says, oh, well, it was just a simple matter of logic. It was really not that big a deal. But you take Jim Gaffigan, and Jim Gaffigan would say, I would not have survived 2 days without this person. They fed me. They sustained me. They are the one responsible for me being here today. You would be a hero. I'm going with Gaffigan. Also, he'd be easier to kill and eat, I think, in a pinch. So